Did you ever meet anyone whose job seemed too good to be true?
Hey, Peter Griffin, is that you?
Hey, Mike, long time no see.
Wow, what's all this?
Oh, this? Oh, I just came from work. I'm a secret agent astronaut millionaire.
Cool. Where'd you get the cowboy hat?
Space?
Well, there's probably no listing for secret agent astronaut millionaire on recovery.gov, but you will find jobs that aren't real on the site.
According to a new report, we smile, but it's sad. Over 70,000 jobs listed as created or saved on the website, not true. And they were not only from fake districts, and sometimes they were from fake districts. We're also learning some of the jobs came from stimulus projects where no money has been spent. So how is this possible? Republican Darrell Issa, the ranking member of the House Oversight Committee, joining us right now from Washington, D.C. Congressman, always good to see you. Well, we keep hearing
Thanks, Brian.
about...
I'm from the 99th Congressional District, by the way.
Right.
I want that vote.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people are leaving the 98th and going to the 99th, so this is a controversy for another time. But we just keep hearing about the transparency of the stimulus package. But the transparency really says, even if it is transparent, when you look under the covers, this is awful. How have things got so bad so quick?
You know, Brian, this is probably the greatest example of the reason for transparency in government. This has been a very opaque government. This is one of the exceptions. And what we see with transparency is they're misleading us. They don't know the figures. They were wrong in their assumptions. The truth is, the best thing about recovery.gov is it shows they really can't count. They now admit that, well, it's an inexact science, and maybe it is only 550 or 600,000 jobs. Of course, that begs the question, what about the underlying policy that has lost us 3.8 million jobs? What about the additional money they want to spend in the same way as a failed practice? And, you know, the president is saying don't pick on the numbers. We're not picking on the numbers. They're so small, they're hardly worth us picking on. The big number is the 3.8 million jobs that have been lost. And now the president's saying, well, there's an economic recovery. He didn't promise an economic recovery. He promised jobs.
Exactly. And when they said that unemployment would never go above 8%, and now we're hovering around 10.2%. To you, Congressman, is that what the big picture story is here? That we should be focusing on the unemployment number? I mean, you yourself just mentioned that some of these mistakes are minor, but what is the big picture message?
Well, I'm old enough to remember Ronald Reagan's difficult recovery in the early 80s, where he said that we would in fact shed jobs to gain efficiency, that in fact his incentive plans were designed to grow the economy, and eventually a rising tide would provide those jobs, and it did. That's an economic turnaround that I wish we had done, which is make the investment in small business, be patient as small business begins bringing in those new jobs. Instead, what we did is we used $800 billion to buy jobs that they claim they saved, but in the case of the University of California, it was 2 months, and those jobs are no longer saved. The problem with government spending with this kind of economic model is it's a temporary job. That money's gone. The next round of stimulus, we want it to be investment opportunities for small business that in time will grow the economy and grow jobs.
I'm going to let you get back to studying because today the GAO will be testifying in front of the Oversight Committee, so I know you have a lot of questions. Thanks for joining us this morning, Congressman Issa.
We do. We do, and we'll have Dick Armey with us, too.
That's always fun. 3 minutes before the top of the hour, straight ahead.